Hello everyone, this is CJ Novo 992 and today we are back with another brand new video. Today's video we're here to break down, react and give our fan opinions on Warsaw 0, Rangers 0. Where do we start, eh? There's so much to talk about. But all joking on that aside, it was a very frustrating game of football, but as we discussed in yesterday's prediction video, that's the way it was always going to be. This wasn't two good attacking teams like Midtjylland and Rangers going to go at it to see who's better. Nah. This team was always going to just be a frustrating team to try and break down and be dangerous from the counter-attack, especially at home. But if we're just being brutally honest, it could have been even worse for us if Shagger didn't step up time and time again. I think he made about 4 or 5 brilliant saves in that game, pretty much where they had a clear shot on goal, so it isn't as bad as what it could have been. But let's dive in early on in the game then, shall we? Because we started the brighter of the two teams, and Ojo looked like he was going to be the man to take over this game of football, because he looked like the one who fancied it the most, trying to beat people, using his power and his direct, and he actually had the first chance of the game after Flanagan, who wins the ball with a time challenge. Not the last time we're going to say that in today's fan recap, by the way, but he wins it, he switches it right out to Tavernier, he whips a good cross in, Ojo meets it at the back post, but unfortunately it just drifts wide. Now this might be because I'm getting old, or maybe just because I'm absolutely stupid, but I cannot for the life of me think of one other chance that we created in that first 45 minutes of football. All I can think about is how pathetic that team was and just how much they dived at each and every single opportunity. There was no way to make momentum at all in the first half, because every single time we tried to play a forward pass or try and get in behind, we went shoulder to shoulder. They were throwing themselves on the ground every single time, and the referee was just buying it, eating it up. It was absolutely embarrassing. That referee, all I can say is I really hope he's not a part of the second fixture, because he was dug meat. And it just shows you the negative effect a bad referee can have on a game of football, especially in that first 45 minutes where he was bought and sold every single dive underneath the sun. You go back a week ago and I actually praised the referee, because in the Rangers FC Midtjylland game he let it flow, the game had balance, but it was under control. That referee never knew what to do, and it showed in that first 45 minutes. Now, I'm not saying we didn't win that game just because of the referee. We certainly played our part in the sideways passing and the slowing down at each and every single opportunity. But all I'm saying is that referee really hurt the game as a whole. But moving away from all that diving nonsense, because honestly I didn't want to spend too much time talking about it. On the actual footballing side, Shagger made 2 very good saves in the first half, one down the right hand side, one it was absolutely blasted at him, but again he showed quick reactions to get there, so Shagger again was switched on. And round about this time, this is where the moment of the entire game happens in the first half. Connor Goldson has got to be said, bit slack with his defending. They get in behind him. Katic comes to challenge, but it's nowhere near hard enough. It gets beyond him. But John frickin' Flanagan wasn't messing about, ladies and gentlemen. He comes in with a Brexit-esque challenge, last ditch, just before the man can shoot 5-6 yards out, free on goal with a beautifully timed slide challenge. No prisoner. That moment right there saved this game in my personal opinion. That challenge was absolutely freaking immense. And that was it for our chance perspective. I know Rangers had a hell of a lot of the ball in the first half, but we're never quite done enough with it. Aribo showed some good forward runs where it was very unlucky. Morelos came very close to slipping Ojo in round about the 38th minute, but it was all this close and maybes. That's the kind of first half it was. We controlled a lot of the ball, but we never created enough chances. And for the first 15-20 minutes of that second half, you could only see it going one way, and that was a Rangers win, because we started pretty brightly. We quick 1-2s, nice little dummies in behind, and we did create 2 massive opportunities. One of them for Alfredo Morelos when he was put beautifully through. I think it was from Scotty Arfield with a sort of lunging pass that he made when someone was coming in to nail him. Beautifully timed pass in behind the defence. Morelos is one-on-one with the goalkeeper, but unfortunately it just kind of hits it straight at the goalkeeper. I wouldn't say it was a fantastic worldy save. This wasn't a performance where we came up against an opposition whose goalie was playing 10 out of 10 like you see in some of the league games. I wouldn't say it was a fantastic save. I just think Morelos just kind of hit it at him, like straight at him. And it's weird because the form that that man is on and how well he's been playing lately, I'd have bet my house on the Buffalo scoring that. And when Alfredo Morelos is missing one-on-ones, it probably tells you how the rest of the game is going to go. But there was another chance that we created about 5 minutes after that because, again, Rangers were playing better in that first 20 minutes. It actually involved 2 dummies. It was absolutely beautiful. It started from a throw-in. There was 2 dummies in the build-up. Morelos, nice little flick pass to Joe Aribo. He opens his body up and you're thinking, rattle it, son. It's a freaking goal. When I say Joe Aribo farted that ball slowly but surely straight at that goalkeeper, I mean he farted it. I don't know what happened there, just... And now we reach the point of the video where I think a lot of people's going to have a lot of their own opinions, because I saw on Twitter there was people screaming out, now you put the sub zone, now you go for it, because they were tiring, we were on top. But we never made that change. Ojo at that point had ran himself into the ground, and that was the time to take him off and bring on Jordan Jones or someone with pace to get beyond their defenders. But we never done it. And again, I ken it's easy to say in hindsight, it never worked out. But I think the game was just crying out for a bit of pace, especially down that left-hand side with that full-back blowing out his arse. And it pains me to say it, that's about the best thing we done in that game, that short little spell in the first half, because the rest of it was chance after chance for Warsaw. Now, they got a lot of easy opportunities and a lot of chances to whip the ball in the box simply from their dives, and the referee was buying it. You go and watch that second half alone, they had 6 or 7 free kicks where there was never free kicks, but they had an opportunity whipping the box. But you've got to give credit, Nikola Katic in the air was brilliant and vital defending those set pieces. It's also worth noting, by the way, Katic came pretty close to scoring himself about 5 minutes before during our ascendancy of the second half. However, their biggest opportunity ironically does come from a corner kick right to the back post. The guy is there. I think it was Scott Arfield who was marking their 6'3" centre half. I don't know what happened there. The mistakes were made, but the big boy ends up hitting it wide, and you're just thinking, oh my sweet 55, that was close. But it wasn't the end of nippy bum time after that headed missed opportunity. Nah. 5 minutes after that, Ojo isn't able to track back. He leaves 2 on John Flanagan. They end up getting a shot from inside the box, but once again, Alan frickin' McGregor is there to make the big boy save. And that is sort of where the game recap ends for me, because there was not many other opportunities for either side, if I'm honest. Rangers just kept it a lot more controlled in the last 5 minutes. We eventually made a couple of changes as well around about the 86th minute, where we brought on Jermaine Defoe and Glenn Kamara, but it was more of a controlled substitution. It was not a go ahead and win it, and that's how the game actually ends. It finished 0-0. Now, I know it's slightly disappointing, especially considering the run we are on, that we didn't go there and win the game, because we're getting used to winning. Let's be brutally honest, we're getting used to scoring goals left, right and centre. But when you look at this performance and you look at the result, it then gives us one more game, one more opportunity to make it into the group stages, and it's at our park, our house. Ibrox, if you'd have asked us day 1, round 1, leg 1, if we'd have took a home game to make it to the group stages, would we have took that? You're damn right. So I know some people are disappointed they're not winning. Hell, I'm a wee bit disappointed we never won. But it isn't the end of the world. It's a decent result versus a very good team at home. That atmosphere is absolutely frightening and they support their team well. But it isn't all doom and gloom. Our European journey is on us now, whether we make it or not. It's in our hands, and that's all you can really ask for, and that's my biggest taking point away. We didn't lose the game. Yes, Shagger saved us, John Flanagan's challenge saved us, but it's all on us now to go ahead and win it in front of our freaking fans. And again, I'd have took that if you'd offered me it day 1. So with all that being said, we've now reached the end of this week's fan recap on my side of things. Now I just hand the reins over to you guys. Dive into the comment section and share your fan opinions. While you guys are doing that, I'll jump over to Twitter and read from the people. Over to Twitter then, there's been 1,510 votes. Thank you so much for getting involved. Now, the 2 players that I put in the man of the match poll was Flanagan and Shagger, for obvious reasons. I thought they were the best 2 players on the park. And as always, I'll leave the other choice open as other. Now, other gets 11% of the vote. John Flanagan gets 30%. But the far and away winner with 59% of the people's vote is Alan McGregor. Fun fact, that's the first man of the match poll Alan McGregor has won this year. This time last year, he had won 3. Progress in the team. Ross Watson writes in, we missed 2 great chances. McGregor kept us in the game. We'll do them at Ibrox. That's what we like to see. Positivity, mate. Barney Stinson writes in, Shagger saved us with 3 big saves. Katic had a few big interceptions, and Alfredo ran himself into the ground without getting a goal. The team played well without actually getting what they deserved. Ref was poor, the opposite from the FC Midtjylland game. He was far too easily conned. CJ. Danny Bow writes in, not a lot happened in the game, but McGregor saved a few decent shots. Royal Neil says Ryan Jack for me, CJ. Gavin Dixon writes in, Gregsy kept us in it, and you're mad if he isn't your marry the match. Deacon Neil writes in, Flanny Alves for me, his commitment and last ditch challenges, not an outstanding performance but a very professional, should take care of the tie at home, CJ. Flanagan's Brexit tackles writes in, Shagger all day, kept us in the tie, never mind the game. Ewan McKenzie writes in, Shagger, class result for us, but can we get a shout out for Linfield and Shea Lavery? Well, yes, you've just got one. Only joking, all the best. Alfredo writes in, worst game this season, their dives made it worse. Stuart No Surrender writes in, Ryan Jack for me. Callum Stewart says, I don't know whether to be glad I don't need to watch any more of them diving or be annoyed we didn't bury them. And the last one we'll read out in tonight's video, we'll scroll all the way down at the bottom. We'll stop it right there. It comes from Rangers Bants, and he writes in, Ryan Jack was our best outfield player today, but Shagger made some very good saves. So there it is, ladies and gentlemen. You've heard from the people. You've heard from myself. If you haven't done so already, you know what to do by now. Shout out to the absolute legends on the Patreon's account as well. I cannot thank you guys enough. If you would like to support the channel directly, as always, the links for that is down there in the description below. And I've been CJ Nova92. Thank you so much for watching, and bye.